Look how good Karjo looks. He looks so good. That chest piece and those gauntlets are like the best armor in the game. Boots and helmet not too keen on, but definitely the chest piece and the gauntlets. Like his midsection is hot as fuck. All right. So I've toyed around with some visual settings. I tweeted about this a little while ago. But the game should look a little bit better, a little bit different. But the trade-off of this is the episodes have to be shorter. So it kind of works out with the whole want the episodes to be shorter thing. But let's get into this quest line. I think this is Blindsided? Might be the Pursuit, don't remember.
The time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future. He needs to die.
We have to be very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a Nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
And it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulchre.
Yes. That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate, is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing, and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there.
You have
some preparations of my own to make.
a lot of daggers.
I'll meet you at the stone.
All right. I like Karliah's like personality, but I don't like the fact that she sounds like she's always talking with her nose pinched. She's like,
Mercer is dangerous. We have to be careful. If we are not careful and silent, he'll know we're coming. And the worst thing to happen is if Mercer knows we're on our way. He is a Nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
it's just like, can you not sound like you have a fucking clothespin on your schnoz? Karliah. I don't actually know what armor I want Karjo in. And conveniently, I think we actually have the teleportation for all of that nonsense. There's not even a need to go out there and pretend like nothing happened. I leveled up my pickpocket between episodes. I literally walked a few feet to that's why I started in a different spot than I ended, because I walked over and talked to somebody in the guild that has pickpocketing, and it was like, my pickpocket's like 35, so it was like 1,000 gold to level up 5 times. So we can't actually use any trainers for any of the primary skills we have.
I'm glad you're here.
Are you? Sorry.
What's the significance of this place?
This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey.
What kind of edge?
If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way.
Am I going to become a Nightingale?
It's my hope that you will, yes.
Oh.
This way, please.
Well, that was easy. Hi.
I think we can trust Karliah. Let's see what she's on about.
I already trusted her. I've trusted her since day 0 because I knew going into this game that she was trustworthy. I don't know. I like these new visual settings. What do you guys think? This this view. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'm actually really looking forward, really looking towards feedback on the visuals now. I don't really like tweaking my visual settings too often because I feel like it's, I don't know, I feel like if something's not entirely broke, don't fix it, but I feel like they might actually look better now. Just let me know, please.
I heard about this place when I joined the guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the guild on purpose. It helped avert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Brynjolf? I can almost hear your brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion, Brynjolf. It's business.
What kind of business? Oh, I should mention, I don't mean if the video looks pixelated or not. That's because of the editing software I use being shit. There's nothing I can do about that. If you guys could actually see what the video looks like before it gets destroyed through compression in my editing software, it would look so good. I mean, this is, you know, what is it? Special edition, and, you know, it's recorded in 720p, and it's pretty high definition. It just gets fucking ruined by my editing software.
To set foot inside in over a century. Now, if you'll both proceed to the armory to don your Nightingale armor, we can begin the oath.
Alright. I know, right? Look at this place. It's pretty neat. I wish you were a Nightingale.
Make your head spin, eh?
It's not really.
You appear hesitant to don your Nightingale armor. What's troubling you?
So is this place like their secret lair or some shit? I never really understood what the point of this place was. Like, is it like their own little side guild deal or something? I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and quick save though. I remember this quest being really glitchy and I don't want to fuck up.
You appear hesitant to don your Nightingale armor. What's troubling you?
No, nothing. I'm not worried. Yeah, I think I'm 1 pound under encumbrance right now, which is not great. Not great. All right. So this armor should be the Nightingale armor that scales with us. I think it's the Nightingale armor that scales. Let's take a look at that, actually. I'm curious. Here we go. The level that the armor pieces register is the level where you start the quest Trinity Restored, not the moment the armor is received. So I had to be careful not to start this part of the Thieves Guild quest before I was level 32. Which is why I was so hesitant to do anything Thieves Guild related, because Chillrend also scales to my current level, but it scales to when I enter the house. So pretty much everything in the Thieves Guild, most of the questline stuff in the Thieves Guild revolves around your level, and I wanted to be careful I didn't mess something up by doing that. That's fucking terrifying. But, yeah, that's why I had to be so careful. How am I over encumbered? Why is my carry weight 370? Oh, it's this chest piece that's keeping me regular. This could be a problem, actually. Alright, I should be under encumberment. I should be wearing full Nightingale armor. I skipped that because I did a bunch of random shit. Apparently, I came in here with dragon scales and dragon bones, and now Carjo is over encumbered, and so am I. Which is a problem, to be honest with you.
You appear ready for the oath.
Yep.
She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron of every thief in Tamriel.
Okay.
Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no priests, and she influences our luck, and in return, demands payment. You're closer to understanding than you realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high. Whether you know it or not, Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues.
Oh, really? Sorry.
I have my skill, not the powers of magic.
Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed, like a novice picking an impossible lock, or a blind man suddenly turning to face you as you reach for his pocket? It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influences us.
Okay.
Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she exact payment when we die? When we suffer? Does she revel in our misery? No one knows. The return certainly seems worth the risk, though. Gallus, Mercer Frey, the Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when, indirectly. The Trinity, the Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
Okay.
Proceed
Okay,
down the
lass,
hall to the
we've
gate
got these
when you're
get-ups
ready.
on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a knight.
Okay. I'm ready to be a thing. Aw.
Appreciate the honor, but becoming a Nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a Nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal?
Sure. This is just a video game, so all of these life signing away choices don't actually matter.
Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the western circle.
Alright. Oh, Karjo, you look dope as fuck standing right in the middle of that shit. Yeah, you flex. Yeah, you fucking roll your shoulders. You know how much of a badass you are.
I think we should trust the lass and take the deal.
Alright. Like I said, you actually live in this universe. I'm just here as a conduit. Or I'm in a conduit.
When the oath is complete.
Alright.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
Alright, fuck. Which one's the we? Which one's the west? Oh, it put a marker on. I was like, well, it should make me at least figure it out first. Karjo, no, don't push me off the thing. I wish Karjo got a set of armor. That'd be pretty neat. Sorry, let me get into character. Ha se ha se ho ra he so re ha se ya.
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal.
Oh shit, I'm stuck in third
Queen of
person.
Murk, an Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Karliah. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Karliah. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Karliah. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth, Your Grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your Avengers and your Sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Karliah. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Alright. Karliah, what the fuck did you do? Did you piss her off? Why'd you do shit? Alright, now what?
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime.
He's done more?
Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without two keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre. The skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal, and in essence, caused our luck to run dry.
Alright.
Well, yes. But the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, the potential becomes limitless.
So it's literally like a reality key. That's pretty cool. I never actually remember hearing about that before, so that's pretty cool actually.
Good. Then you understand why this is about more than just Mercer's lust for power. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade. Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the guild.
I kind of wish I had her version of the armor. I like it more. Because ours is very masculine, but hers has a lot more, like... I think hers is more silver than black. I kind of like her armor more. It fits her face better, too.
Karliah and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed.
I fast travel here, motherfucker.
All that remains is restoring the guild to its full strength.
I got here literally faster than you can exist.
We both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves Guild.
You know, yeah, that is a good question. What about you? Because, I mean, Brynjolf, I mean, I walked in, did a couple fucking jobs for you, but I mean, it was only a matter of time before Karliah contacted the guild in some way, so I mean, it's not like I really did anything
I've been at this game a
crazy.
long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know.
That's true.
I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it.
He sounds like Shrek. I never realized that.
Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on me now.
It was the only option that wasn't a shitty thing to say. I wasn't getting sentimental. I was trying to advance the quest line.
When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details.
There's the caveat.
Until then, we have quite the task ahead.
It's fine.
I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Karliah and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lad. This will be a fight to remember.
Sounds like a
Next we meet, lad.
Erkenthand. It sounds like a business, like a mom and pop shop, or like some kind of diner in the middle of Skyrim. Like, welcome to Whiterun. Have you been to Erkenthand's? They have the best conies in all the land, or some shit. It sounds like some cheesy like partnership company. I like it. It's cute. Skyrim is a pretty game. Even the indoor areas are pretty neat. I like it. It's neat. But that's all that's gonna be it for me for this episode, as I have a small mental stroke. So the next part, we're gonna do something involving whatever the hell questline we just achieved. I need to go back to the house and unload some stuff, specifically Carjo. Always the one like at the end of every episode, we go back to the house and we unload Carjo. That was a very quick transition into Skyrim. Wow, this game is pretty. Like, specifically into Skyrim. I'm not used to Skyrim loading that fast. That was pretty impressive, actually. Alright, so yeah, let me know in the comments if the visual quality, like the colors and the fidelity of the video looks any better. I know that when I move around and stuff, it gets pixelaty and a little bit jagged. That's just from my editing software, but aside from that, does like the color and saturation and all that stuff, the brightness, is that better or worse now? It looks better to me. But, you know, there's always going to be some quality lost. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to go back to the house and mess around with some inventory nonsense, because I have to. And, yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the next part, we're going to go kill Mercer, I guess. And yeah. Ooh, the Ebony Blade. Neat. Not Ebony Blade. What is that? It's the Ebony Blade, right? No. What is that called? I think it's... fuck it. We'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, I really much appreciated. And, as always, until next time.